Ah yes, rumours. Rumours galore about Assassin's Creed. Nothing makes me happier in life than that. Nothing beats the thought of sitting down and talking about something that's 99% likely to be fake. Of course, rumours have it that the next Assassin's Creed is going to be Viking sort of based, having a Norse setting and all those lovely things. And while I'm inclined to believe that that on its own is true, I'm not inclined to believe that these new rumours that have been circulating over the past few days have any real truth to them. Now, I say this because it seems to be a typical fake rumour that's built off the back of something that's somewhat legitimate or believed to be legitimate. In this instance, the rumours about Assassin's Creed having a Viking setting next are believed to be legitimate, and that's literally the point that we're up to. There's no evidence of anything, there's only a little Easter egg in the Division 2, I do believe, which hints at Assassin's Creed having a Viking setting. Whether it turns out to be true in the long run or not is irrelevant. People seem to believe it now, because Kotaku reported on that one, so the chances are it probably is true, but we can't say that because we don't know it really. But what happens in light of rumours/leaks with a bit of credence like these is people start to make fake leaks with more information, and then everyone refers to this bogus nonsense as leaks. News articles do it, people do it when casually discussing it, and I think it's a very harmful word to use because what's being spread is just a rumour. I understand using the word with a question mark if some supposed evidence is presented, but when it comes to simple Reddit posts, it's just a rumour, so let's get that one out of the way. So apparently this rumour suggests that Assassin's Creed titled Ragnarok will be dropping in early 2020. Now, immediately, I know that this is bullshit, but we'll get more onto that once we're done sifting through all this nonsense. So according to a new set of rumours shared on Reddit, the major political theme will be set in the Saxon kingdoms and will focus around the conversion from the Norse religion to Christianity. I'm not an expert in Scandinavian nor Saxon history, however I'm under the impression that this took centuries. Supposedly Ubisoft's creative writer Darby McDevitt has a major role in writing this game, which I wouldn't be surprised if that turns out to be true, though it wouldn't take a genius to figure that one out if it were. And the game will reportedly take place in the early 11th century on the map of Scandinavia and other places in the British Isles, but we will supposedly play as a male Danish Viking character. A weird detail that was added on here for some reason is the supposed rumour that there will be a character in the game named after Darby McDevitt called Christopher Darby. Now that's already far too many details for my liking. The Reddit post also stated that their source was a developer working on Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. Now that's the same caliber of sourcing as a 13-year-old going, my dad works at Ubisoft. And knowing the gaming industry, there's not a developer alive who wants the secret of their project to get out before announcement. Trust me. Nobody wants to risk their jobs to tip off some random Reddit poster. Apparently there will supposedly be quests in Assassin's Creed Ragnarok that take place in Norway and Ireland, with the latter evolving into Celtic folklore mysteries following a search for missing kids, while the former has the main character climbing a mountain and seeing a spectre of Odin. Now supposedly this game was going to be revealed during a PlayStation event being held in February of 2020. Now if the game were to supposedly have an early 2020 release as well, then that's just nonsense, isn't it? I can't for the life of me find the initial post that spread all these details, so I can't tell if this is convolution in the pipeline, but if it's not, then these rumours are contradicting themselves. It's worth mentioning that there do appear to be a string of rumours getting about, some contradicting each other, which would imply that some of them are not being truthful, at the very least, and most likely is none of these rumours are true, barring the initial one that was spoken about by Kotaku. Because say what you will about them, when it comes to gaming rumours and leaks, they don't tend to step very far wrong. Further details spread by rumours suggest that Assassin's Creed Ragnarok will include RPG elements and naval combat reintroduced in Origins and Odyssey, and is apparently planned for release on the current and next generation platforms. Now these are things that anyone with half a brain could figure out. Now we know that the next generation of consoles is on the horizon, so it would make perfect sense for the next Assassin's Creed to be on this generation and that one. And Ubisoft have more or less stated that the RPG route is there to stay. So rumours that claim this mean fuck all. Apparently the first civilization will feature through Norse mythology. Again, if Assassin's Creed is in fact going to be in this setting, that is kind of a no-brainer. And apparently the rumour states that the game will feature parts of England such as London and Plymouth. Now, London I get, but Plymouth? Makes some sense if you're going to include England to include the capital city. However, when it comes to places like Plymouth, it just seems a tad on the random side, and the rumour this is shared in doesn't even spell it correctly. That's kind of a weak point, but I thought I'd make it. Furthermore, why London and Plymouth specifically? What is so special about those places? If it's around the 11th century, I'd imagine places like York, London, Norwich, Canterbury, and Winchester would be more fitting than Plymouth. My point is, I can't make sense of Plymouth being mentioned here. However, if you want to go ahead and make sense of it, I'll link all my sources down in the description so you can go ahead and check them out for yourself. One leak here is also stating that you'll have a choice of protagonists, and one says that it doesn't. Now, in September of 2018, Ubisoft game director Scott Phillips said that all future titles in the Assassin's Creed franchise would include gender selection. So on the one hand, you have one person claiming that the next Assassin's Creed will include the selection, and if it does, then it's not really news, is it? Because that's been confirmed by Ubisoft, and the other rumour's basically just been caught out. Now, Ubisoft could easily go back on what they say, but my point here is, this is just a whole lot of nothing detail. Furthermore, on Twitter, I've seen a few people talking about details listed by Spanish YouTubers. Now, I don't know about you, but Spanish Assassin's Creed YouTubers, they must be insiders, man. So yeah, 100% believe those guys. In all seriousness, Spanish Assassin's Creed YouTubers are just Assassin's Creed YouTubers that speak Spanish, so I don't understand why people think that they're suddenly more reliable than anyone else spouting nonsense. I found a Reddit post, I'm not sure if it's the only Reddit post going, but it apparently states that the game will be set in a Viking setting circa 800 BC. Now, I don't know about you, but that's before Odyssey for one, and also way before Vikings, you fucking retard. Maybe the poster does mean CE or AD in the format used, but that's not what's said, is it? Apparently, the protagonist is either male or female, and is called Jorah regardless, and they become an assassin during the game, and the Brotherhood system is back with recruitable NPCs, and you can still use the boat to travel the sea, but there's a lot less naval combat than Black Flag or Odyssey. What do you mean in my opinion? Why is PushSquare.com giving this shit the time of day? I've been looking at this post for about a minute, and I've already deduced that it was made by a 12-year-old, presumably with special needs. I'm not even going to continue reading that one because I can tell you that it's 100% shit. It only goes on to state that apparently the game will feature a revenge story basically intertwined with the plot of Thor Ragnarok, and I don't have time for it, I don't know about you. So there's a lot of rumoured information getting about. There's no actual leak going on. People are stating in their articles that these are leaks. They're not. They're just rumours. Rumours spreading false information. And the more posts and articles, I find more and more rumours, and they all contradict each other, leading me to conclude that the only thing that might even have a shred of truth to it is the initial rumour that Assassin's Creed will be featuring a Viking setting next. Sure, there may be some rumoured details in there that could turn up true, such as a potential release window, things like that. But these are things that anyone could guess. Listen, I'm a baboon, but I could guess these things. And if this guy can guess these things, then it's clearly not inside information, is it? Furthermore, prominent Assassin's Creed community members have found themselves in Montreal recently, clearly by invite from Ubisoft. And put it this way, I doubt they were invited all the way up to Canada just to sit around a table and have a pep talk. So while I wouldn't know what they've seen, I'd imagine they've probably got a little bit of inside information, at least more so than anyone else would at this point. Well, one of them tweeted this, which is quite clearly a jab at the fake shit that's been circulating. Now, I don't want to show their name and profile and all that stuff in case it lands them in trouble somehow. However, if you're down there in the comment section watching this video and you want the credit for it, then I will more than happily oblige. I won't imply anything other than the face value of the joke. It's not really something that you need to break down, because if you do that, you'll just wildly miss the mark. So forget about the fact that it was tweeted by a prominent Assassin's Creed community member who was conveniently recently in Montreal with a bunch of other prominent Assassin's Creed community members, which could have been for any reason, by the way. And just think about it this way, this is just as believable as the rumours that are being posted all over the place. But I think by now you get the overall point of this video, so there's no real reason to drag it out any further. Assassin's Creed Ragnarok, these rumours appear to be complete and utter bullshit. And so I will leave it at that. So thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff, that would be really appreciated. I'm not sure how content is going to be going forward for a few days until my new PC arrives, because my current PC is getting less and less usable by the day. That's not saying there should be any changes to how frequently I upload, but it's just saying that if there are any changes, that would be why. But you know me, I'm an expert at finding the common ground and getting an upload out. So with any luck, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, but if it is, I do apologise in advance. And I guess I will see you all very soon with another video at some point.